I'm going to introduce next Vad Yazvinski. Vad, over the last 5 months of 2007, we ran a open competition called the Strategy Lab Open, where anybody who wanted to could set up a portfolio, write about it, run stocks, and try to join our experts. Vad, the last 5 months of 2007, had a 34, almost 35% gain, which is pretty amazing. The market was basically flat at that time. With kind of a core and edge strategy, but he was also our top-rated blogger. He's great at writing about stocks, and we call him the amateur. He's actually kind of a semi-pro. He actually immigrated to this country from a place where they don't really have stock markets. Got hooked somehow by losing money in the tech crash, and is now a certified financial analyst studying for an MBA. Vad, tell me how you're playing this market, and what's your perspective on what's rough? Seems rough for a lot of us.
Thank you. I'm a little more probably pessimistic than most the people in the market, and I'm a great believer that we're either in the recession already or heading there in the next 6 months or so. And because of that, I position my portfolio accordingly. I do have, in the regular portfolio, not in Strategy Lab, I usually use a little bit of margin on my short picks, but I'm also a contrarian investor. Because of my CFA background, I'm very fundamentally oriented. I do use some basic momentum indicators, and from this standpoint, if the stock declines below a certain point, I sell it. I do not, as Kim pointed out once, that my winning ratio is actually below 50%, but on the stocks that I actually hold, the gains are usually very significant, because I do eliminate a lot of the stocks right when they just start declining. You know, they hit 7-8% level, I sell them. And as far as my forward projection for the next 6 months, I'm in the Strategy Lab. If you go to my profile, I have my summary strategy for the next 6 months, but I think that emerging markets will underperform. I think US will go into recession, so companies that pay high dividends outside of the financial sector will do better. And I think that some of these sectors that did very bad last year might sector rotation might come into play, and they might do a little better, like utilities and healthcare and selective healthcare, not old pharmaceutical companies. But I also have a great I have a big belief in what I call conviction peak. I do not try to allocate a lot, significant part of my portfolio to it, but I usually have one stock that I just stick with, and sometimes I buy it on the downside. That's usually just one stock out of my whole portfolio. And for next 6 months, I think it will be FUSHI, FCIN.